On the show with no name, always full of energy and great English, right? And now it's time to slow things a bit down, and we're going to change gears. We're going to go from that fun to calm. And if you were here last week and yesterday, of course, and if you remember, we talked about dreams, intuition, coincidences. We talked about saying enough is enough, about a lot of different things. Yesterday, we talked about our daily routines. Well, today, we're going to explore something different that many of us experience. We're going to talk about a little bit about the imposter syndrome. Do you know what that is, right? El síndrome del impostor. Just a little bit. We're going to know what it is, its effects, and how to talk about your achievements. Vamos a aprender a hablar de expresar nuestros logros. And how are we going to do that? You might be asking yourself. Vamos a aprender a utilizar la estructura gramatical, the present perfect. The present perfect. And along the way, we're going to learn some useful words to talk about all these things. Okay? So, ready? As always, I would like to tell you what that is. What is the imposter syndrome? What is it exactly? I'm sure you know, but and I'm sure you know that this is not an illness, right? It's not a mental illness or anything like that. No es una enfermedad mental o una condición mental. Es más bien, in English, a thinking pattern, un patrón de pensamiento. And it's a way of thinking that many successful people experience at some point. I think everybody experiences at some point. So what happens? It appears when you achieve something. Maybe a new job, a promotion, a degree. But instead of feeling proud, you feel doubt. Esto pasa, como te decía, después de haber conseguido algo, haber sido promovido, un cambio de trabajo, algo que has logrado positivamente. Pero en vez de sentir orgullo, sientes duda. Ese es el síndrome del impostor. And you feel, and you think, maybe I just got lucky. A lo mejor es solo suerte. A lo mejor no merezco esto. I don't deserve this. I don't really deserve this. You don't believe in what you have achieved. Well, the problem is that we don't always recognize it. And imposter syndrome has negative consequences. Tiene consecuencias negativas. Ansiedad, estrés. Do you remember those words? Anxiety, stress. ¿Y qué pasa? What happens? They make us avoid opportunities. Because we're feeling like this, we avoid opportunities. No tomamos en cuenta las oportunidades porque no nos sentimos lo suficientemente capaces. So, what happens? We may be quiet or silent in a meeting, or because we're afraid of being wrong, and so on. But these are just thoughts. Son solo pensamientos. They're not facts. No son hechos. No es algo real. Como te decía al principio, es un patrón de pensamiento. It's a thinking pattern. So, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about today, but we'll use the present perfect to express our experience. And let's begin with some useful words. You ready? Let's begin with the first one. First one is an adjective, and it is capable. Capable. What is that, capable? Well, that is to be able to do things well, right? Having the skills, having the qualities to achieve something. That's what capable is. It's an adjective. All right, next one. Motivated. Motivated. Does that sound familiar to you? It comes from motivation. And when you're feeling like this, you are motivated. And that makes it an adjective. Full of energy and desire to continue doing something, right? That's what motivated is. When you want to do something, you have that energy to do something. Another word, discouraged. Discouraged. And what kind of word is this one? You guessed right. It's also an adjective. An adjective. And this is feeling like you want to give up because something maybe didn't go the way you planned it, and you just want to give up. Discouraged. You've lost that energy that you had before. So you feel discouraged. An adjective as well. Another word. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. What is this word? Is it a noun? It's an adjective. It is an adjective as well. So what is overwhelmed? This means that you're feeling that you have too many things to do, or maybe too many emotions to handle. So that's overwhelmed. You have too much to deal with, either work and also the way you're feeling. That's overwhelmed. It's an adjective as well. Okay, now the next word. Are you ready? Hesitate. Hesitate. What kind of word is this? This is a verb. It's a verb. Hesitate. So what is that? This is when you pause before doing or saying something because you're unsure. So you're about to say something and then you're like, you just stop. You hesitate. You're having doubts. Tienes dudas. So you hesitate. You pause because you're not sure. You're unsure. And it's a verb to hesitate. Okay? And the next one, also a verb, is recognize. Recognize. What is that? Has a similar sound in Spanish, right? Recognize. And what is this? To notice or to give value to something that you have done or said. To give value. So you're recognizing this as important. You're giving value to that thing that you did or that something you said. Recognize, it's also a verb. And the last one is compare. Compare. Also a verb. And what is that? Compare. Well, similar to Spanish, right? To look at maybe two or more things and notice their difference. You say, oh, this one is like this one, or this one is better than this one, or this one is not as great as this one. You're comparing. That's what it is. And it's also a verb. So how do you feel so far? All right, let's practice with some of today's useful words. All right? But before that, before we move on, now that you know the definitions, you tell me the words in Spanish, okay? I'm sure you already know. So let's go to the first one. The first one was capable. And the Spanish is capaz. Okay? All right. The next one is very easy. Motivated. And in Spanish, motivado or motivada. Good. What if I tell you the word in Spanish first? What if I said desanimado or desanimada? What would that word be? What's that word that we're looking for? Discouraged. Very good. Discouraged. All right, next one. Abrumado or abrumada. I like this word. I like the way it sounds in English. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Cuando estás abrumado o abrumada con tantas cosas en tu cabeza o tantas cosas que hacer. Estás completamente abrumado. Dudar. Remember that pause before doing or saying something? Hesitate. Very good. Hesitate. And the next one. Reconocer. This is really easy. Recognize. Yes. And the last one. Comparar. Compare. Very good. Okay. So now you know the words in Spanish and English, and you know the definitions. So what I'm going to do next, I'll give you the definition, okay? Then describe maybe a situation, and you tell me what word it is. Okay, ready? All right, let's go. So, this word means full of energy and desire to continue doing something. It means to be full of energy and desire to continue doing something. So, for example, you've been working hard all week and you still have the energy to keep improving, to keep doing better, whatever it is that you're doing. So you're feeling motivated. Yes, very good, motivated. All right, next one. This adjective means able to do things well. When you have the skills or the qualities to achieve something. It means able to do things well. Do you remember what it was? For example, you've studied English for months and now you can talk with native speakers easily. So you feel strong and you feel confident, and therefore you're feeling, what is it? Which word is it? Capable. Very good. Yes, capable it is. All right, listen to this one. This adjective describes the feeling of having too many things to do or too many emotions to deal with all at once. So, for example, you have so many tasks, so many messages, so many deadlines that you don't know where to start. This is the way you're feeling right now. Many tasks, many messages, many deadlines, and you don't know where to start. So you feel, how do you feel? Overwhelmed. Very good. It wraps everything, anxiety, stress, everything. Overwhelmed. Yes, very good. Okay, another one. Let me think. All right, this word means feeling like you want to give up because things didn't go as you imagined they would. You feel like you want to give up because things didn't go out as you imagined them that they would. So, for example, you worked hard, but you didn't get the result that you wanted. You worked very hard, but it just didn't happen. The results are completely different to what you expected. So you feel discouraged. Very good. Discouraged. Very good. Okay. So we've got capable, motivated, discouraged, overwhelmed. Now listen to this one. This verb means to pause right before doing or saying something because you're not sure. So, for example, you want to speak in a meeting, but you suddenly stop because you don't know if your idea is good enough. So you stay silent. You're about to say something, but then you change your mind immediately and you decide to stay silent because you're not sure if what you're saying is good enough. So what do? What verb is that? You hesitate. Very good. Dudas. Te quedas callado justo antes de decir lo que querías decir. Dudas. Well, hesitate. All right. Another verb. This one means to give value to something that you've done. To notice or to give value to something that you've done. This is when you look at your progress, at your own progress, and you say, wow, I've learned so much this year. So what are you doing there? You are recognizing your growth. You recognize your growth. Very good, recognize. Great job. Okay, and finally, the last one. This verb means to look at two or more things and see their difference. Notice their differences. So you sometimes think others are better than you and you start comparing yourself. Oops, I just gave the answer. So, what word is that? What verb was that? Compare. Compare. So remember that you don't have to compare. You just have to focus on yourself and what you did to improve more than what others did, I think. So remember, don't compare. All right, very good. So these words describe a little bit of how imposter syndrome feels. The emotions, the doubts, and the thoughts that sometimes make us lose confidence. So, remember that there are different ways to deal with, right? And one of them is to focus on yourself always first, before focusing on what others think or do. All right, so keep that in mind because what we're going to do, I'll test your mindset, tu forma de pensar. I'm going to test, voy a testear tu forma de pensar. And I'll give you'll hear different sentences that people often say to themselves, okay? Some imposter thoughts, which are negative ideas that make us doubt, right? Make us doubt our abilities. And I'll give you some other confident thoughts, positive, realistic thoughts that help us feel proud and capable. So I'm going to give you these different kinds of thoughts, imposter thoughts and confident thoughts. And what you have to do is tell me which one is confident and which one is imposter. All right? I'll give you a few seconds to decide. Ready? Listen carefully. I always feel overwhelmed when I start something new. I always feel overwhelmed when I start something new. So, is that a confident thought or is it an imposter thought? If you said that's an imposter thought, you are correct. Feeling overwhelmed is normal, right? But believing that you always feel this way, it limits you. So that's an imposter thought. So listen again. I always feel overwhelmed when I start something new. Once, twice, you can feel like this, but all the time, that's an imposter thought. Okay, next one. I feel motivated to learn something new every day. I feel motivated to learn something new every day. What is that? Is that an imposter thought or a confident thought? Tell me. 1, 2, 3. That's a confident thought. Yes, very good. Why? Because motivation helps you focus on progress, right? On progress. Maybe not perfection. So you feel motivated when you're learning something new. Not overwhelmed. Okay, next one. Listen to this one. I often hesitate to share my ideas. I'm afraid they're not good enough. This one's easy, right? I often hesitate to share my ideas because I'm afraid they're not good enough. So 3, 2, 1, is it a confident thought? No, it isn't. It's an imposter thought. Remember, everyone's ideas should matter. Everybody's, right? Not just theirs or his or hers, but yours as well. Very good. Next one. I've learned to recognize my small victories. I've learned to recognize my small victories. So what is that thought? Is it confident or is it imposter? It's an imposter. No, it's not. It's a confident thought. Yes, very good. Why? Because recognizing progress builds self-esteem. Crea una buena autoestima. Reconocer el propio progreso. Reconocer. Recognize. Okay, another one. When I see someone better than me, I compare myself and feel bad. This is easy, right? This is an imposter thought. Very good. Why is it an imposter thought? Because comparing yourself to others steals your confidence. So you should not have this thought. Compare. Very good. Compare. All right, let's do a couple more. You're doing great. Listen to this one. I'm capable of learning and improving even when it's difficult. I'm capable of learning and improving even when it's difficult. So what are you doing there? What are you doing there? Tell me first, is this a confident thought or is this a imposter thought? It's a confident thought. Very good. You're not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody is perfect, but you're capable, right? You can do it. That's the truth. Nobody is perfect. There's just no perfection in the world. So you just have to deal with the fact that you're not perfect. Tienes que acostumbrarte y lidiar con la idea de que no eres perfecto. La realidad pura y dura. No eres perfecto. Pero eres capaz. You are capable. All right. So the more we recognize these patterns, the easier it becomes to change the way we talk to ourselves. And what I think is really important to remember is that these thoughts are just that. They're just thoughts. They're not facts. They're only feelings. Okay. So when we come back, we're going to dive into our grammar focus. And we'll talk about ideas on how to use English and how to beat the imposter syndrome. But I think that's it. We'll be back in a minute.
Estás escuchando Vaughan Radio.
¿Tus hijos necesitan dar un salto de inglés este verano? ¿Tienen planes en el extranjero o simplemente quieren ganar confianza? Apúntales a nuestras clases particulares One-to-One. Con nuestras clases One-to-One ganarán confianza en inglés para alcanzar nuevas oportunidades. El inglés abre puertas y con Vaughan aprenderán inglés para vivir sus sueños. No esperes más y entra en grupovaughan.com e infórmate.
Mommy, Daddy, these summer English books are so much fun.
¿Quieres que este verano tus hijos repasen inglés de forma divertida? Tenemos justo lo que necesitas. Llega Summer English. Listen, practice, learn. La nueva colección de cuadernos de Vaughan para niños de primero a sexto de primaria. Con juegos, gramática, vocabulario, audios y actividades online. Todo al más puro estilo Vaughan. Ya disponibles en vaughantienda.com y librerías seleccionadas. Este verano, aprender inglés será su plan favorito.
¿Buscas el impulso definitivo para tu inglés profesional? Con Master Plus de Vaughan lo tienes todo. 5 meses de clases intensivas en grupo con el Executive Master, más 5 meses adicionales de clases individuales one-to-one online, donde tú eliges el horario, el ritmo y el enfoque, gramática, conversación o lo que necesites. Master Plus es flexibilidad real para alcanzar fluidez profesional. Descúbrelo en grupovaughan.com/master.
¿Quieres aprender inglés a tu propio ritmo y según tu horario? En Vaughan tenemos la solución perfecta para ti. Con las clases particulares online de Vaughan, disfrutarás de la máxima flexibilidad en tu aprendizaje del inglés. Tú eliges. ¿Prefieres centrarte en la conversación o en la gramática? No hay ningún problema. Con Vaughan puedes seleccionar la modalidad que más te convenga. Y no solo eso, sino que también tienes completa libertad para elegir el día, la hora y la duración de tus clases. ¿Solo tienes 25 minutos? Perfecto. En Vaughan nos adaptamos a ti. Visita grupovaughan.com hoy mismo y descubre cómo nuestras clases particulares pueden transformar tu forma de aprender inglés. Flexibilidad y calidad en la enseñanza del inglés a tu medida.
Este verano, ¿quieres que tus hijos se diviertan, vivan 1000 aventuras y además ganen fluidez en inglés, rodeados de naturaleza y con los mejores monitores angloparlantes Vaughan? Tráelos a nuestro Vaughan Summer Camps. Hay 4 ubicaciones diferentes para que elijas tu mejor opción. Con cabañas, actividades acuáticas, multiaventura, nuevos amigos y entornos increíbles donde aprenderán a resolver situaciones cotidianas en inglés sin darse cuenta. Más de 3000 niños viven nuestras inmersiones cada año. Encuentra tu mejor Summer Camp sin salir de España. Ahora también en la playa. Llámanos al 917001199 y contrata tu mejor camp.
Come to learn with us at Vaughan.
¿Te apuntas?
Vaughan revoluciona el aprendizaje de idiomas con Speak Pro, la inteligencia artificial diseñada para mejorar tu inglés. Pronunciación precisa, fluidez y confianza lleva tu inglés al siguiente nivel. Pruébalo gratis hoy en speakpro.es. Tu inglés está a punto de cambiar para siempre.
The English learning business attracts opportunists. They often make a lot of money because people are looking for an easy solution, a painless solution. But go ahead, buy the solution. The cost will be double. Lost money and wasted time.
Escúchanos en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar. Descarga la app de Vaughan Radio.
Descubrir, aprender, una radio única, como tú. Somos los de Vaughan. Esto es Vaughan Radio.
Speaking with Confidence with Ale.
Hi, welcome back. You're listening to Speaking with Confidence. I'm Alejandra. And before the break, we talked about imposter syndrome. If you just joined now, you can always find the whole show if you download the app, the radio app, the Vaughan radio app, you can find all of our shows, all of our episodes there. And we were talking about the imposter syndrome and what it is and how it feels and how it affects our confidence. And we learned about some useful words that help us describe those feelings. But now it's time I think now it's time for some grammar that can actually help us feel more confident when we speak. And as we said at the beginning of the hour, today's grammar is going to focus on the present perfect tense. So we use the present perfect tense. We're going to use it in this context to talk about our experiences, our achievements, and progress. Things that started in the past, but are still important or true in the present, now. Okay? That's how we're going to use it, to talk about our achievements, our experiences, our progress. So let's start with the structure of the present perfect. And it has 3 parts. The first part is very easy, is the subject, right? The person or thing doing that action, which is I, you, she, we, they. These are always the same in English. The second part is the auxiliary verb has or have, el verbo auxiliar. What is it going to do? It's going to help us form the tense. Okay, it's going to help us form the tense. It's not the main action, no es la acción principal, pero nos ayuda a formar la estructura. Okay, I have, you have, they have, etc. No es la versión de tener en posesivo. It's not to have or have as in possession. Okay, it's not that version of the verb that we're going to work with. It's an auxiliary. It's a helper. And the third part of the structure is the past participle. What is that? So you remember the verbs. Our verbs have 3 forms of using them, right? The present, the past, and the past participle. That is the third form of the verb. All verbs, regular and irregular. Okay? The third form of irregular verbs are usually very different. Very different because, as we said last week, they change. Los verbos irregulares siempre cambian cuando son expresados en tiempo pasado. No solamente en cómo se escriben, sino en cómo suenan. Son palabras casi diferentes en su mayoría. Okay. Y te acordarás que hemos dicho que la mejor manera de acordarnos de ellos es simplemente memorizándonos. Okay, so, y con la práctica, obviamente. All right, for example, I, subject, have, auxiliary verb. Now the real verb, worked hard for this. I have worked hard for this. Okay? Or another one, we can say, I have learned so much already. Or if we want to turn this into a negative phrase, we can say, I, subject, auxiliary verb, haven't, past participle, given myself enough credit. So altogether, I haven't given myself enough credit. All right, so let's do some practice. I'll give you 2 versions of the same sentence, A and B. One is correct and the other one isn't. Okay, so you decide which one is right, A or B. Pay attention, but remember the structure. Subject, auxiliary verb, past participle of the verb. Okay? Subject, auxiliary verb, past participle of the verb. The main verb, it's what's going to give us the action, but we're going to use the third form of this verb, the past participle. All right, ready? Listen to this. I feel more capable this week. That's option A. I feel more capable this week. Or B, I have felt more capable this week. What is it? A or B? If you said B, then you are right. Correct answer is B. I have felt more capable this week. Very good. Ready for the next one? Listen. I have been motivated to keep studying. I have been motivated to keep studying. That's option A. Now, option B is I have been motivated to keep studying. I have been motivated to keep studying. Very easy. Which one's the right answer? The right answer, if you said B, you're in trouble. Because the right answer is A. I have been motivated to keep studying. Okay. All right. Come on, let's keep on practicing. Listen to this one. Option A. I have felt discouraged, but I haven't given up. Oof. This was tricky. I have felt discouraged, but I haven't given up. What is it? And the second option is, I have felt discouraged, but I haven't give up. I have felt discouraged, but I haven't give up. Which one's right? We're using the present perfect twice, dos veces en la misma frase. Hemos utilizado the present perfect, el presente perfecto, dos veces en la misma frase. Pero solo una es correcta, una de las dos opciones. So the answer is A. I have felt discouraged, but I haven't given up. Why is B not right? Why is B incorrect? Listen to this one. This is why. I have felt discouraged. Hasta ahí vamos bien. It's good. I have felt discouraged. Me he sentido desanimado. But listen to the second part. But I haven't give up. But I haven't give up. Why is this wrong? Because we're not using the verb, the main verb, which is give. We're not using the past participle of that verb. Given. That's why it's wrong. That's why it's incorrect. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Ready? I'll give you a little bit more time. Option A. I have been overwhelmed this week. I have been overwhelmed this week. Did I already tell you this one? No, I did not. I have been overwhelmed this week. I have been overwhelmed this week. I'm waiting for you. And if you're ready, and you said your answer is A, you are right. I have been overwhelmed this week. So the rule here, the most important rule, is to use the past participle. Because if we say I have been, we're not using the past participle of the verb, of the main verb. So I have been overwhelmed this week. Okay. All right, now listen to this one. This one, I'm sure you'll get it right away. Option A, I have hesitate before speaking in meetings. I'll say it again. Option A, I have hesitate before speaking in meetings. Now listen to this one. Option B, I have hesitated before speaking in meetings. I have hesitated before speaking in meetings. So, what is the right answer here? Option B. Yes. Why? Because we're using the past participle of the verb. Very good. Hesitated. Hesitate, present. Hesitated, past. This is a regular verb. Why? Because it ends in ed, right? We only add an ed. Okay, listen to this one. Option A. I have recognized my progress. Or B. I have recognized my progress. So I'll say it again. Ready? Open your ears. I have recognized my progress. Or B. I have recognized my progress. And if you said option A, you are correct. Very good. Excellent job. Why? Because, again, we're using the past participle of the verb right after the auxiliary. Usamos el pasado, la tercera forma del verbo, el participio, después del verbo auxiliar. I have recognized. Okay, come on, we can do this. Let's do one more, all right? We're going to use the structure twice again in the sentence. Listen. I have compared myself to others, but I have learned from it. Ooh. Option B. I have compared myself to others, but I have learned from it. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the right option, the right answer is A. Why? Because we're using the past participles in both clauses. Look, I have compared myself to others, but I have learned from it. Very good. Both, we're using past participles on both parts of this phrase. Excellent. All right. I think I'll do one more. You will do one more. And we'll move on to another challenge. Okay, we're going to do, again, same drill. 2 structures. The structure twice in the same sentence. Listen, option A. I have made mistakes, but I have improved. I have made mistakes, but I have improved. Now, listen to this one. I have make mistakes, but I have improved. What is it? For this, you need to memorize the past participle of each verb, especially the irregular ones that are harder. I'll read it again one more time. I have made mistakes, but I have improved. Option A. And option B, I have make mistakes, but I have improved. And your answer is A. I have made mistakes, but I have improved. Very good. Yes. All right. Now take a deep breath. And what you're going to do next is you're going to translate the words. You're going to translate the sentences. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Me he sentido capaz de hacerlo. Me he sentido capaz de hacerlo. Vocabulary and structure. Estamos haciendo uso del vocabulario y de la estructura. So, you would say, I have felt capable of doing it. But now, and that's the right translation, but I want to tell you something. Maybe to sound more natural and to speak more fluently, what we're going to do now is we're going to contract the subject and the auxiliary verb. And we're going to say, instead of saying I have, we're going to say I've. Vamos a achicar un poco la frase, la palabra. Vamos a utilizar las contracciones, ¿ok? Entonces, me he sentido capaz de hacerlo, and the first version was I have felt capable of doing it. And if we wanted to contract, then we would say I've felt capable of doing it. I've felt capable of doing it. Very good. Okay. This one you do on your own now. Me he sentido muy motivado esta semana. Me he sentido muy motivado esta semana. Remember that we're contracting now. We are contracting. And 3, 2, 1. I've felt very motivated this week. I've felt very motivated this week. Yes, that is excellent. Excellent. Okay, next one. Ready? Me he sentido desanimado a veces. Me he sentido desanimado a veces. Remember that we're contracting, we're using the vocabulary word, and we're also using the structure. So, here we go. I'm waiting for you. Are you ready? I'm ready. If you said, I've felt discouraged sometimes. I've felt discouraged sometimes. And the longer version would be, I have felt discouraged sometimes. Pero si queremos ahorrarnos un poquito de energía, diríamos, I've felt discouraged sometimes. Very good. Okay. Siguiente. Me he sentido abrumado con tanto trabajo. Me he sentido abrumado con tanto trabajo. Remember to contract. Remember that vocabulary word. And remember the past participle of the main verb. What's the main verb here? Sentir. So, what is your answer? Did you say, I've felt overwhelmed with so much work? I've felt overwhelmed with so much work. If you said that, then you are right. Very good. That was excellent. I felt overwhelmed with so much work. Very good. And the last one. No. I think we could do a little more. But listen to this one. He dudado antes de hablar. ¿A quién no le ha pasado eso alguna vez? ¿A ti te ha pasado? A mí me pasa muchas veces. Muchísimas veces. He dudado antes de hablar. Y hago exactamente lo que te he dicho al principio. Me quedo en silencio porque tengo que pensar 2 veces antes de decir lo que quiero decir. Como que revisar, darle una revisión, hacer un chequeo rapidito antes de decir lo que voy a decir. Finalmente lo hago, pero me suele suceder. ¿Y a ti? What happens to you? He dudado antes de hablar. Remember, contraction, remember the vocabulary word and the past participle. So what is it? I've hesitated before speaking. I've hesitated, acordarse, hesitated before speaking. No puedes decir simplemente I've hesitate. Tienes que pronunciar un poco más el pasado de este verbo. I've hesitated before speaking. Yes. Good job. And let's do the last one. Me he comparado con los demás muchas veces. Me he comparado con los demás muchas veces. Uy, this one's a bit complicated, I would say. Because it's using something that we haven't worked on yet. Me he comparado con los demás muchas veces. Okay. ¿Qué decimos? I've compared, ¿a quién? Myself to others many times. I've compared myself to others many times. Good job. Excellent. Very good. So far, we've talked about how the imposter syndrome feels. We've learned some useful words to describe it, and we've discovered how the present perfect tense can help us talk about our experience and what we've achieved. I have worked in so-and-so place. If you go to a job interview, I have had many responsibilities. I have done so-and-so. Para hablar de nuestros logros, de nuestros éxitos, de nuestro progreso. Así que vamos a poner todo junto ahora. All right? Now, we're going to do a little bit of everything now. You tell me the right answer, okay? I'll read the negative or the imposter thought first, and then we'll rephrase it into a confident thought, okay? Using the present perfect. So listen to this. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not good enough to do this. How are we going to rephrase it? ¿Cómo lo transformamos? ¿Cómo transformamos esta frase utilizando el presente perfecto y la palabra del vocabulario que hemos aprendido? Maybe like this. Listen. So, I'm not good enough to do this. Maybe you say to yourself, I've become more capable with experience. I have become more capable with experience. And if we want to contract, I've become more capable with experience. All right. Now let's do another one. Losing motivation, for example. I don't think I can keep going. I don't think I can keep going. But let's change it into a confident thought. And we can say, I've motivated myself and made progress. I've motivated myself and made progress. All right, good. Let's do one more. Maybe when you compare yourself. Everyone is better than me. Everyone is better than me. That's an imposter thought, right? Rephrase to a confident thought. I've stopped comparing myself and I've focused on my own path. I've stopped comparing myself and I've focused on my own path. I think that's something we all should do. We should stop comparing ourselves and focus more on our personal growth, on what we achieve, not what others are doing, not what others are thinking. All right. So I think that's the end of our show for today. We've learned about imposter syndrome, how to recognize it, how to be aware of it, and how to also recognize what we do to become better every day. Before you go, remember that if you want to improve, if you're one of those people that want to improve their English and become more confident, you can always call Vaughan and speak to one of our representatives, and I'll give you the number now, which is 91-133-5833, and in Spanish, 91-133-5833. I think that's easier to remember. Okay, I think that's all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Estás escuchando Vaughan Radio.
¿Quieres un descuento en los cursos intensivos de inglés de Vaughan? Pues ahora es el momento. Puedes obtener un descuento de hasta 39%. Para más información sobre este descuento u otros, pásate por nuestra web, grupovaughan.com.
Vaughan Outlet. Hazte con libros y packs coleccionables de autoestudio como Objetivo Inglés, Vaughan Certified Completo, Speak English Now e Inglés en 10 pasos. Ahora con increíbles descuentos. Libros desde €1, novelas con audio desde $3.50, libros infantiles desde €3 y mucho más. Entra en vaughantienda.com, Vaughan Outlet. Aprende más, pagando menos, hasta agotar existencias.
Vaughan revoluciona el aprendizaje de idiomas con Speak Pro, la inteligencia artificial diseñada para mejorar tu inglés. Pronunciación precisa, fluidez y confianza. Lleva tu inglés al siguiente nivel. Pruébalo gratis hoy en speakpro.es. Tu inglés está a punto de cambiar para siempre.
¿Qué hacen tus niños este verano? ¿Senderismo? ¿Natación? ¿Espeología? ¿Paddle surf? ¿Canoas? ¿Multiaventura? ¿Mejorar su inglés? ¿Y si lo hacen todo a la vez? Rodeados de naturaleza y con los mejores monitores angloparlantes Vaughan. Ven a nuestros Vaughan Summer Camps para que tus hijos vivan la mejor inmersión de inglés, multiaventura y naturaleza. Más de 3.000 niños lo hacen cada año. Encuentra su mejor opción.
En Vaughan sabemos que el éxito empresarial se nutre del dominio de múltiples idiomas. Por eso, ofrecemos cursos no solo en inglés, sino también en francés, portugués, italiano y alemán, entre otros. Visita grupovaughan.com o llama al 91 108 3488 y comienza a transformar el futuro de tu empresa hoy.
Una semana en un lugar apartado.
Nativos angloparlantes de todas partes del mundo, uno por cada estudiante.
Terminantemente prohibido hablar en español.
Actividades organizadas y conversaciones en inglés a todas horas. No exageramos.
Aquí o hablas inglés o hablas inglés.
Y da igual las veces que te lo contemos.
Hasta que no lo vivas no sabrás que Vaughan Town te va a quitar el miedo al inglés para siempre.
Lo que pasa en Vaughan Town no se puede contar.
Tienes que vivirlo.
Ven a Vaughan Town.
Más información, grupovaughan.com.
Young people in Spain speak and understand English better today than 20 years ago. However, their level is still insufficient for effective communication in the professional world. If you're a young person, and if you want to progress in your profession rapidly and decisively, stop everything and focus now 100% on English. Get the problem 100% out of the way now. Don't postpone it.
¿Quieres aprender inglés de verdad? Únete a Vaughan Groups, clases en grupo divertidas y eficaces. Más de 4.000 alumnos nos eligen cada año. Entra en grupovaughan.com.
Encuentra todos los libros de nuestros presentadores